Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you all the details of this car, the new Volvo XC90. This is the facelifted version, and let's start here on the front. One of the first things that you will notice are the new headlights and the new grille, looking so nice, giving the car nice and elegant look and also making it more modern in my opinion. Tell me in the comments, how do you like this spec? We have the T8 all-wheel drive plug-in hybrid model sitting on 22-inch wheels, finished in the white color. Crystal white is the name of the color. Now let's start here on the front, where you can notice the new grille. Just take a look at the pattern here, and then lovely integration of the Volvo badge. Then the LEDs, beautiful lighting signature. You saw also how it greets us when we unlock it, and active high beam system. Of course, these are flickering just on the camera. Now we move on to the side. 4 meters, 95.3 centimeters is the length of the car, so almost 5 meters long. And this is the ultra trim. So this trim gets you 21-inch wheels, but this particular model has got the optional 22-inch ones. Looking gorgeous, really. I mean, just take a look at the attention to details here with the dual tone diamond cut finish. 275 35 R22, that's the dimension of the tires. And the XC90 facelift has got the updated suspension, and the model in our video has got the optional air suspension, which means that the drive is so smooth, so comfortable. Stay tuned for the point of view test drive. And yeah, definitely when you sit behind the steering wheel here, you just want to drive, because the car again is so comfortable and so good to drive. And definitely you don't want to go out of it once you get in. Now moving on to the rear, you can notice the new lighting signature for the taillights, and compared to the front, a bit of less changes at the rear when we compare it to its predecessor. But I really love those taillights, definitely unique styling. And you see also this updated bumper, XC90 lettering, Volvo lettering, and then also the name of the model and actually of the powertrain, T8 plug-in hybrid all-wheel drive. More about the specs a bit later on. Now it's time to open the tailgate. We can do it by pressing the button here. There we go. And you see here the 7-seat layout. The third row is now folded. And first of all, let me show you this. You have additional room. We have the cables in here, and then also convenient features. So you have the air suspension. You can lower the car here, so that way it's easier for you to put some things in it. Then the 12-volt power supply, these hooks for your shopping bags. There we go. Maximum 5 kilograms. You can of course put this cover to have maximum privacy. Also notice the convenient features for the occupants in the third row. And by the way, look at this. So you have 2 hooks for your shopping bags, and also this, which can help you, like you can put some elements here so that they don't go all around the place. Very convenient indeed. White tailgate opening, and the nice square shape here in the trunk means that you can really fit a lot of things. Now let's close the tailgate. You can also do it with the key, of course. And we are now ready to check out the interior of the car. So let's go. Here it is. Upon entering the car, we are greeted with the nice Volvo lettering. This is also illuminated during the night. And then the lovely seats, they are so comfortable. You have the Swedish flag over there. Nice detail. And let me show you also the door panel. I mean, just take a look at those materials. Everything is so well made. The door pocket with decent amount of room, really. You have like the sections here, and actually quite a lot of room. The switches for the windows, then adjustments for the mirrors, memory of the seats, lock and unlock, and Powers and Wilkins speakers here. You can open the tailgate here and also open the fuel cap by pressing this button Now let's see it from driver's perspective. Starting with the wider view, lovely steering wheel, digital cockpit, 11.2-inch touchscreen in the middle. And now we will start the car. So start engine button is here. Of course, well known on Volvo models, a very cool detail indeed. There we go. It comes to life now. Let me show you with a different view. So the steering wheel with the physical buttons, which is always nice to see. And then we have the digital cockpit here in front of us with the lovely map view. You can notice, of course, the Google Maps. So the new infotainment system with the Google built in, so good. You have the Google Assistant, then here the Google Maps. This is so responsive and huge thumb up from me. I think this is a big improvement. I will show you the infotainment system in a moment. Let's just cover the rest of the dashboard and the interior layout. So Bowers & Wilkins sound system on this car. This is just amazing. I mean, definitely a recommendation. If you love the perfect sound, this is the way to go. So you can just relax and enjoy the music. Then here you can also notice some lovely materials throughout the whole car. And yeah, definitely a nice place to be. You do have the physical buttons for some things, including the volume here, then changing of the tracks, hazard lights. And this button here is for opening of the glove compartment. So that's the way to do it. Moving on, just take a look at the gear selector. I mean, this looks like a piece of art, really. Then the roller here for the adjustable cup holders. So this way you have more clean design. Glass plate details, not sure about that. Not a huge fan, so would be better in some different material in my opinion. Start engine button once again, as well as the electronic parking brake and the auto hold. Now let's check out the room here in the glove compartment with the USB-C ports and 12-volt power supply. So now that we covered the layout here of the dashboard, it's time to focus on this infotainment system. So again, huge thumb up for this Google Maps. I think this is the way to do it. And you have the settings here. You can have the traffic, satellite alerts. Then you have the options for the route, which you can then adjust here. There are different views: north up, overview, perspective, which is my personal favorite. In the lower section you can see like the shortcuts that are here all the time. So starting with the AC controls, they are on touch, but they are pretty easy to use. So you can adjust how you want air to blow here, adjust the air blower, and also you have the temperature, of course. Now it's synced. You can also not sync it. Then the heating of the seats, as well as the steering wheel can be adjusted in here. Now also for the rear, adjustments for the AC and the heated seats as well. And then also let's see this, you have the max defroster, recirculate air, rear defroster, and air quality also, as well as the timers. So a lot of options here when it comes to adjusting the AC. So again, pretty easy to use. And then this is how you can again change the temperature. Now let's go to this menu here where you have pretty much all the things. So of course, Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, settings for the car, Google Maps, you already saw that. So let's check out the settings here. Let's start with the driving. Pilot assist as default. You can adjust this here. Then speeding response. And also you will have the beeping sound when you go over the speed limit. It's mandatory by law in all new cars in Europe. But as you can see, it can be turned off temporarily by pressing this button on the steering wheel. So it's easy to turn it off if you don't like the beeping sound, even though the beeping sound in this car is also very nice and smooth. Drive modes are here: hybrid, power, then pure, off-road, and all-wheel drive. Those are the options. And currently we don't have enough battery. So yeah, pure would be with just electric power. So let's keep it on hybrid for now. Battery usage, you can have auto hold or charge. Let's see all. Creep, you can adjust it here. Air suspension control for easy entry and exit. So this car does have the air suspension. The ride is very smooth. Stay tuned for the point of view drive. And yeah, again, you can then adjust this. Of course, I will keep it on. Safety assistance. And here you have the options, which you can then configure how you want them to work. You can also have the speed camera, audio warning. And yeah, those are the driving settings. You can then go to controls. So here is where you adjust the interior brightness, interior light intensity. Stay tuned for the night drive. You will be able to see it in its full glory then. And then also adjustments for the mirrors and wipers, headrest fold, and yeah, that's pretty much it when we talk about the controls settings. Sound settings, of course, again, Bowers & Wilkins sound system sounds so good. And then you can adjust a bunch of things. You can play with this depending on what you prefer. Connectivity, system updates, and then the status of the vehicle can be found here. Total distance of the car, you can adjust the tire pressure, see the diagnostics of the car. And yeah, I think now we covered the settings. And as you can see, pretty easy to use this system, also very fast and responsive. So I'm a big fan of this new infotainment and this new screen. So again, 11.2-inch self-standing screen. Moving on, and let me actually show you the camera. So this car has got the 360 surround view, which will help you a lot when you are maneuvering through tight parking spots. Rear view camera, then front. You have the settings then, and sides also. So one side and then another. I will also show you the sunroof. So look at this. The roller goes all the way. And then you can also open it and enjoy the weather, but not so much. Not much sun today. So there we go. And let me show you the sun visors. They feel so nice in hand. You also have the light here. So there we go. And speaking about lights, nice lights here as well. And we are now ready to check out the rear bench. 2,984 millimeters is the length of the wheelbase on this car, so almost 3 meters long. And now we will check the situation at the second row of the seat, but also in the third row. You see the tinted windows on the model in our video. And then the second row, so much adjustments available. You see the incline can be changed. Then you can also move the seats. Again, we have the third row of the seats as well. I will show you how that looks. So yeah, let's start with this. Nice and smooth on 1.87 m. I have plenty of space in here. Then the storage room. Here you see the air vent. Speaking about air vents, you can then adjust it in here. 2 USB-C ports are hidden with this cover, and in the middle you can show you the armrest with the cup holders. There we go. Now you can notice the ambient lights, and of course stay tuned for the night drive for full details and full glory of the car during the night. I think it will be very nice and smooth. So now let me show you the situation for my head. And this is very smooth. Look at the amount of room that I still have for my head. I'm 1.87 m. We also have the panoramic sunroof on this trim. So as you can see, no problems whatsoever. I can also change the incline of the seat. So let's put it to this upper position, but still with it plenty of space available. And yeah, this is the situation at the second row. And now time for the third row. This is how it looks in the third row of the seats. You have the convenient things such as the cup holders and the storage compartment, as well as the air vents on the sides. This is how it looks. I'm 1.87 m once again. So you see, I can fit here, but of course I would prefer to be on the second row of the seats, or of course on the driver's seat or the passenger's seat. But again, for maybe like shorter drives here would be okay. Now let's talk about the powertrain options. You can go either for the plug-in hybrid that we have here, or for the petrol mild hybrids. So those are the options. And this particular model, the plug-in hybrid, has the combined system output of 455 horsepower. So combines the petrol and electric power. You have 19 kWh battery, giving it all-electric range of 71 kilometers by WLTP cycle. And the figures 5.4 seconds to reach 100. Top speed is 180 kilometers per hour. The other option, mild hybrid petrol. There are actually two mild hybrid petrol variants. Both B5 and B6 are assisted by a 48-volt lithium-ion battery and an integrated starter generator, which can help reduce emissions and fuel consumption by up to 15% in real-world driving. Currently in Croatia, in the price list, I saw the B5 model, so 250 horsepower petrol mild hybrid available next to this plug-in hybrid. Another walk around, this time with lights and indicators turned on. So you see the daytime running LEDs, they turn into indicators. Very nice lighting signature, I must say. I really love the changes on this facelifted version, especially those on the front, which are the biggest ones when it comes to the exterior design. Here, of course, in the wing mirrors, and let me show you how it looks from the rear. So now the car turned on. There we go. Also nice, unique indicators at the back. And when you have just one indicator turned on, then they are the dynamic ones. Very cool indeed. Alright guys, so that was it. Thank you so much for watching this video. Do subscribe to the channel. More to come. We are now going on a point of view test drive, and the night point of view test drive is already live on the channel. So you can watch that video as well. Thank you for watching. See you on the next one. Bye bye.